May is going to be massive. Massive opportunities, opportunities, opportunities. Opportunity is going to knock. New Earth, my friends, is on its way. Yay! Wild. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lucy Davis, and this video today is Lucy Davis live at 5. Now, as you can tell, this is not live. Unfortunately, I have a client at the same time as my usual live video spot, so I have had to postpone being live today, and I will be back with a bang, if not before next week. I have so much amazing content bubbling right now. There is so much going on in my life personally, and around the world that I could sit and create content all day, every day. So do you know what? I think I'm actually going to do that for a little bit. So how are you, my beautiful friends? I hope you are well. I hope you've had the most amazing, amazing weekend. I had an amazing weekend lined up, and then, for want of better words, shit hit the fan and all of that's changed. So, yes, it's been a very interesting weekend of reflection, going inwards, taking time to process. I actually had really tragic news on Friday that a friend had passed in the most horrific of circumstances, and I actually had to do some channeling around that, which was just horrific. So yeah, it's been a weekend of Pilates, good food, calm, going inwards, processing emotions, processing the things that I've had to see, which I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy, to be honest with you, ladies and gents. However, not that I have any enemies, not that I'm aware of anyway. But ladies and gents, this is the times that we are in. There are people checking out left, right, and centre. We are in a position whereby the energies are moving at a rate of knots, excuse me. And, some of us just without being disrespectful here, we want to take the easy route. And that is checking out. I did get a really beautiful message from my friend that passed yesterday, and I haven't shared it with anybody yet. Out of respect, I need to share it with family and friends first, and then I will do a video on it because it will really help everybody. Just on that note, if you don't follow my Lucy Davis 2222 Instagram account, I would suggest that you go and follow that, and just make sure that you continually go back because Instagram tends to have this thing with me where they remove my followers. It's not me that does it, but Instagram does it. So please know, I put really important messages out, like shorter messages out on that channel. I should upload them to the YouTube shorts as well. In fact, I'm going to make a mental note to do that as well. So I will do that, my friends. But please, please, please do go and follow that account because you will get insights. I gave a beautiful message around death and the purpose of death on Saturday, straight after I had been channeling this information on this person that I knew. So yeah, please do keep abreast of that. I appreciate there's so many people out there and there's so many people to follow, and it's overwhelming and overloading. But sometimes, especially with the times that we're in, there are really poignant messages that come out, and I would not want you to miss it. I feel that everybody sees my content, and I know that I am absolutely delusional in thinking that. So please, if you want to hear these kind of messages, do remember to hit the subscribe button on this channel. Do also remember to hit the thumbs up and also comment so that I can connect with you. And also the bell. The bell will make sure that you get notified. Likewise, go follow my Instagram account, Facebook account. I do different things on each account. I should probably do the same thing on each account so everybody gets the same message, but I don't. It's just not the way that I work. So yeah, if you like this video, when I actually get into it, when I stop waffling and I actually get into it, then please do head over and follow my social media accounts. In the description field of this video, there is so many different links that you can click. things that you can access from my programs, which are like anything from 5 days up to 9 months, one-to-one coaching. I do loads of different stuff, and you can go over to my website and get loads of free stuff. But likewise, you can get loads of free stuff across my social media. So please do head over there and check all of that out. And my website is www.lucydavis, all one word, .com. Right. So today, my friends, we are here for the powerful May energy update. Can you believe in just a couple of days we are in May? And I've got to be honest with you guys. Again, I would have liked to have put this out over the weekend much earlier. However, the news of my friend really set me back. Actually, it hit me much harder than I thought it would do. He was a very good friend of my ex, and he was very, very kind to me when we split up. And I just, it was very interesting, the feelings that I had when I learned of his passing, and then, obviously having to channel the circumstances around it was pretty horrific. To be honest, it's somehow it's always worse when it's somebody that you know. So I would have liked to have got this out sooner, but here we are. And actually, it's done me a favor because it means I don't have to record two videos. One with the energy, and then another one for Monday's Lucy Davis Live at 5. So, ladies and gents, May is going to go off. It's not going to be slowing down at all. However, I must say there is going to be a lot more balance. We are going to feel a lot better in this May energy than we have in April. April has been absolutely wild. I don't know if you guys feel that, but to me, it was off the scale. It was absolutely next level, and so much happened. Things happened really quickly. Changes happened. There was like this whole new beginning energy to it, and it was brutal endings. And really, we were being asked to look into how we feel, how we behave, what we choose, how we want to act going forwards. And so, first and foremost, in the comments, let me know how April was to you. I know we've still got a couple of days, but let me know how April has been for you. Now, I'm going to be honest with you when I say it has been one of the most powerful months for me personally. It has been loaded with gold. There has been so much excitement, so many opportunities, but there have also been a lot of really deep revelations that I have had to lean into. And to be honest with you, a couple of them I didn't want to. I have seen things that I didn't want to see, things that I didn't want to believe. But here we are stepping into the May energy, and it does feel a lot more fresh. You heard it here first, ladies and gents. So, the May energy is going to really get us into a position of trusting ourselves. We are going to be looking at who are we? What is it that we are looking for? How do we see our life going forwards in the future? There is going to be a surge of intuitive insights. Our intuition is going to be coming online a lot more effectively. And actually, when I talk about that, I'm just kind of getting some information now that talks very much about our spiritual gifts, like our spiritual gifts are being awakened. Now, I'm seeing this constantly with clients. They're like, oh, I knew that was going to happen, or something like that. And this is the first steps into actually allowing your intuitive nature, which is innate in every single one of us. It's really about bringing that energy back up within you and trusting yourself, trusting that feeling. When you realize there's a bit of a red or a pink flag with somebody, and normally you go, oh God, no, that's just my, it's just me making a big drama, or it's just me trying to avoid something or whatever. And actually, it is the truth. It is your body telling you that it's your intuition warning you. Okay, now it's very, maybe I'll do a separate video on this actually around what's intuition versus ego. In fact, yeah, I will make a note to do that video. Intuition is really there to guide us. It's, if you like, it's our internal dial of what feels right and what doesn't feel right. Now, this is the interesting thing about intuition is I could be sat here next to one of my best friends and we could have completely different intuitive pulls on the same situation. Why? Because of us. because of what we know we would choose for our future, what we choose for our happy ever after kind of thing, or what we actually would like for ourselves. So this is why it's very important. Now, a lot of people around the world know how super intuitive I am. I would suggest it's probably one of my best skills. Yes, I can channel. Yes, I am psychic. Yes, I can connect with spirits and talk to them. However, I truly believe that intuition is my innate gift to the world this lifetime. I have been living on it 100% since September 2017. And really, for the previous 3 years to that, I was kind of living in it 50% of the time. But since then, I've really, really trusted and gone all in. And this is the energy that is going to be available to you, my friends. Sometimes it's okay to say no to something, to let your intuition kick in and actually show you why you had to say no rather than jumping in two-footed and then regretting it. It's one of those kind of energies. So it's beautiful. It's very freeing. It's a very divine feminine energy, this. Now, when I say that, remember, everyone, men and women, have divine feminine in them. So every single person can be intuitive. There is people out there that say that women are more intuitive than men. I'm going to call bullshit on that. I actually don't believe that. I know some of the most intuitive men on the planet, and I think they're amazing, and I would never want to close that gift down. So just be very aware. Just because you might be intuitive doesn't mean that other people around you are not intuitive as well. Maybe they're intuitive in a different way. The next word that they gave me for May is integrity. Look at what you are settling for. Now, I've been really passionate about this subject through the month of April. I've done a video on breadcrumbs. I've done videos on boundaries. I've done videos on friendships. I've done videos on all sorts of different things because this is the energy of May. And what I didn't realize is my passion for this subject has been coming up because it's very much get people ready. Get people ready, Lucy, to recognize that they are settling, recognize that they are accepting breadcrumbs. And it's very interesting that you may be in a relationship with somebody, and I'm not talking an intimate relationship necessarily. It could be a teacher, it could be a work colleague, it could be a boss, it could be a partner, it could be a friend, could be a parent or anything like that. They literally just give you the bare minimum. And then when you pull away, whoosh, they come in with like this big gesture kind of thing. And it's just breadcrumb, breadcrumb, breadcrumb. There is no consistency with this. So this is where we need to get aligned to what is it that we actually choose for our life? Now, for me personally, I'm going to talk about me because I've got nobody else here to talk about. For me personally, consistency is queen going into May. Consistency and knowing where I stand with people is the only thing that is going to keep my integrity in check. I'm very good at myself. Some of you that follow me on social media and you know what I'm about. I am super disciplined. I woke up on New Year's Day and I said to my partner that I was not drinking alcohol for a year. I have not had a drink. I was that clear that that was what was going to take place. No way. And I've stuck to it and I will stick to it. If I say I'm going to go to the gym a certain amount of times, or I'm going to do Pilates, or I'm going to do whatever, I stick to it. I am disciplined. So I'm now having this discipline around my integrity. I am not settling for anything that doesn't make me feel good anymore. Now, reciprocation is another very, very big word for May. Now, I'm just going to bring a reciprocation into integrity for one moment. Okay, I'll come back to reciprocation later. So let's say, for example, you've got a friendship and your friend is going through some stuff right now. And, they've been going through this stuff for quite a long time. And you're there for them, you're there for them, you're there for them. That's absolutely fine. And you know what? It might be 6 months, it might be a year that you're like pouring into them. But if when you need them, they're not there for you. Or if in a relationship, it's you're constantly give, 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 give. You're always making the effort or whatever it is. That's what I'm talking about reciprocation and around breadcrumbs. Until you get very clear on what it is that you are looking for and what it is that you are settling for, you cannot be honest with yourself and then you cannot be honest with other people. Now, for me personally, before I'm honest with other people, I like to sit with things. Because I don't really want to be the person that goes, you know what, screw you, anything like that. But that's just not me anymore. That's the old Lucy. So what I do these days is I sit with it and I'm like, right, am I okay with this behavior? And if the answer is no, I'm like, right, now I need to figure out what the standard is. And then I need to communicate that standard. And then it's on them whether they're okay with that. Okay, this is integrity of self. It's very much about integrity of self. Okay. So, what are your boundaries? Are you being honest with yourself? Why are you not sticking to your standards, your values, or your beliefs? So, let's say, for example, you have a deal breaker that you do not like smoking. I tell everybody this because this is me. I do not like smoking or anything in that area. So I don't smoking weed. Sorry, guys. Smoking nicotine, vaping, any of that stuff. I don't like it, and I don't choose to have it in my life. Okay. So let's say, for example, somebody in your life, and no, 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 I don't do that. No, I don't do that. No, I don't do that. And then all of a sudden you find out they do. Like, it's up to you whether you're going to stick to that standard or not. And you might be like, well, it's my friend, so it's okay. It's not my partner, or, it's not my child, or something like that. So you guys need to get very clear on what it is for you. Now, I've given you a deal breaker for me. You guys might be like, that's ridiculous. But as an ex smoker, I'm very passionate about this. As somebody who used to, let's use the right word, abuse recreational drugs, it's just something that I don't choose to have in my life anymore. I don't judge the people that do. It's just a deal breaker for me. It's a value for me. It's a belief for me. It's a moral, it's like moralistic for me. Okay. Now, like I say, you do not have to have the same beliefs as me. Please don't think I'm saying that. I'm just sharing so that you guys get some context to be able to apply this self-integrity. Over the course of May, it's already started, but over the course of May, this people pleasing energy that has been so rife on the planet for many, many years has to disintegrate. So, if we've been allowing people to bully us into things that are maybe not aligned for us, this is where we are going to have this feeling of imbalance coming up within us. If we are doing things out of duty rather than love, this is where we're actually going to be bombarded with this. Okay, we're going to be bombarded with seeing if we're going to stick to our standards and our values and our beliefs. We're going to be bombarded with people that are just constantly take until we go, hang on, this is not for me anymore. Or hang on, I need to put a boundary in place. Remember, boundaries are you telling the other person, I still would like you in my life. A lot of people freak out at boundaries. They run away. They get very confused. They think you're pushing them away. Actually, boundaries are saying, do you know what? I don't want you to overstep a mark with me because I love you and I actually would like to prefer to keep you in my life. Again, you guys need to decipher what your boundaries are. Giving more than you can. So this is like doing things out of duty. Again, it's just another way of putting it. If you are at 50% of your energy and somebody's like, take, you have to recognize this is a complete imbalance of reciprocation. Now, an imbalance of reciprocation is going to lead to resentment. Do you want to set boundaries and have challenging conversations? They don't need to be challenging, by the way, but to most people, it's like, oh, I don't want to have that conversation. Or would you rather allow resentment to kick in and potentially ruin a friendship or ruin a partnership or ruin a parent-child relationship? This is where you have to use your integrity and make decisions. It's going to be a big month for May about self-love, self-worth, self-care. Okay, so this is going to really help quite a lot of people out there, I hope. What I have seen, what I've channeled, is that the financial volatility that has been taking place through April and March is going to start to slow down. I can't get my words out. Gotta love the fact that I can't actually speak today, ladies and gents. The volatility is going to start to slow down. So we may start to see the markets pick up. We may start to see crypto start to go up. And I know a lot of you will breathe a huge sigh of relief with this. However, I cannot put a date on it. I don't know at what point this is going to happen. So just be very cautious, be very aware, and use your discernment with absolutely everything. The financial world is changing and will have changed by the end of this year. I don't know if things would have gone or things will be more online or there will be more currencies or something like that or less currencies. My thoughts on that. So just use your discernment, trust where we are going. And if you see some spikes, guys, take advantage of them would be my advice right now. So, discernment is actually a big topic for May. We are going to be bombarded with information, good, bad, and ugly, and we need to decipher by using our intuition, by using our integrity, by using everything that God gave us to decide whether this is actually what we choose for going forwards. Now, this isn't just on a personal level, this is for a collective level as well. New Earth, my friends, is on its way. Yay! Oh, I don't know why I'm not more excited saying that. New Earth is 100% on its way. Yes, we have some years to go. Yes, we have some buoyancy to go. But this is how we discern. We discern what we choose for our future. We decide what it is that we want, and then we can go and grab the freedom that we deserve. Freedom is a big thing for May. Now, I don't know if it's because the weather is going to get better. I'm not too sure what it is, but I just see lots of fun. I see lots of freeing behavior. I see lots of joy and laughter and happiness. And what's really interesting is my May socially is so busy. I literally have plans on plans, and there is so much excitement around it. It's going to be focused fun. It's going to be aligned fun. I'm not talking about, especially for somebody like myself, and I'm not drinking alcohol, but I'm being drawn to like wellness things. I'm being drawn to things that are around food. These things are just presenting themselves, which are completely in alignment with who I am as a person. Now, if you are the person who loves to go and sit in the pub and have a beer or whatever, go do more of that. If that is where your happiness comes from, go do more of that. But if you're someone more like me, who loves to go and do yoga and Pilates and eat lots of really good food and be in the sun and go walking, your fun and your social is going to appear to you, and it will be passionate alignment that you get from these things. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I feel really excited about this. There's a real sense of playfulness. It's like our child is coming back out to play. And like I say, maybe it's to do with the weather, although the weather in the UK has been pretty stunning for quite some time. But I sense much more playfulness, lots of loving, lots of laughter, and lots of opportunity for our hearts to just embrace everything that we are living, which is just stunning. I feel a real childlike daisy chain skipping around, maypole kind of energy with this. Like, maybe it's elemental energy that I'm picking up on, but I really do feel such a playful energy there. So please do remember to get out and have lots of fun. Be around people who make you feel good. This weekend, obviously, it's been quite a tough weekend emotionally, and I am so grateful that I have realized that no matter what, who have my back, even people that I've maybe only met once in my life, they've really had my back this weekend. And it is just so beautiful. That there is that, like, we're really coming together with our tribe right now, and anybody who is attempting to keep that at bay or stop that or whatever is not going to be with you through this playfulness. Opportunities, opportunities, opportunities. Opportunity is going to knock, my friends. Whatever you have been distracted by for the last few months is going to take over. So if you have been distracted by, wow, work's getting really exciting and I'm feeling really passionate about this, like this energy, it's almost like going to get a surge of energy so that you can go and smash this opportunity, this potential that you have. Likewise, if you have been distracted by your shitty relationship or, your breakdown of a relationship or something like that, please know that that is going to encase you in May. Why would you let that happen? This is about boundaries. This is about sticking to your word. This is about you taking your power back. Now, remember, April was about taking your power back. And I've got to be honest with you guys, since about Thursday of last week, despite what went on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I really feel like I've taken my power back once and for all. So I hope you feel that energy too. Let me know in the chat below if this resonates with you. Surrender. I know so many of you do not like it when I use the word surrender. They're like, Lucy, but how do you do that? Lucy, how can you just say surrender? Guys, none of us know what is coming for us verbatim. I channel. I can channel anything for anybody. When it comes to me and my life and whether I think something's going to work out or not, I don't have a freaking clue. So I don't even pretend to. What I do is I trust who I am. What I do is I trust the feeling that I get when I'm with good people. What I do is I relentlessly be Lucy, be authentic. The last thing I wanted to do this weekend just gone was speak to my ex-partner, but I was me. I want to help. It's my gift to the world. So that's what I did. Vulnerably, rawly, authentically. And was it as bad as I thought it would be? Absolutely not. Surrender. Trust that everything is happening for you. Doesn't mean you need to go backwards, doesn't mean, just doesn't need to be a big drama. Surrender. Be honest with what you are, who you are, and what you choose. Now, there's a real energy of Billy bullshit at the moment on the planet. Sorry to call it out, and I'm really sorry if your name is Billy. I don't mean to just drag you into, a lower vibration there, but like, call yourself out on it. Don't make out that you're somebody that you're not. Be you. Be real. Be raw. Be authentic. Don't pretend that you'd rather go for a walk when you'd rather be in the pub, for example. Don't pretend that, oh, yeah, you're fine sitting and having a picnic with your family when you'd rather be at the football. It's very important that we are honest with who we are because then people can decide if we want to be around that. If I'm completely sober and I want to go and hang out in a pub, like that's my prerogative. Likewise, if I'm like, no, that's not for me, I don't want to do that, that's also my prerogative. If it pisses people off, that's on them. As long as I am being authentic, as long as I am doing what is right for me, we're in a very powerful manifestation window. May is very buoyant of creation and bringing in everything that we choose for our life. Are you clear on what it is that you would like? I set such a massive intention last night. I went to a sound bath. Um, I handed over my self-love club to my coaches, and thank you to each and every one of you for doing that. I love you so much. I had to take some time for myself, and I actually went to a sound bath, which is very rare that I do. And I had a really magical time. And as I walked in, I set the intention of exactly what was going to be created in my life. The manifestation is happening. Now it's down to me to stick to it, to allow that energy to bring to me what I actually deserve. And the way that I am going to do that, my friends, and it's something that I really do think that May is going to support us with, is gratitude. So I am grateful for everything that has gone on in the last few days, the last week. I am grateful for the fact that I have felt sadness like I haven't felt in a long time this weekend. I am grateful for the people that have had my back. I am grateful for the relationships that I am now I'm basically saying, right, this is the type of relationship that I'm looking for with my friends, with my family, with whatever, and actually just on that note, my God, am I grateful to my mum. I hadn't spoken to my mum. Like I dropped her a text over the weekend just to let her know that I was okay and whatever, but I hadn't actually spoken to her on the phone. And I spoke to her yesterday and oh my gosh, she said something that made my heart absolutely break in a beautiful way. When I told her about my friend and obviously all the circumstances that had gone on over the previous few days, she said the words that all of us would love our mum to say. Babe, why did you not come home? We could have supported you. We could have loved on you. Know that home is always your home. How many of you would love to hear those words from your mum? Now, my mum hasn't always been like that. Don't get me wrong. She's always been beautiful, loving and caring and always, would be there if we went. But those words hit me really hard. So I am so grateful that my mum brought me through. I feel so grateful for everything that has gone on and just the connection. Like I feel so close to the people that I am close to right now. I feel very, very, very grateful, and you guys know who you are. Relationships are a big big thread for May again. Now, relationships have been the case for the last couple of months. You know, we've had Venus in retrograde. We've had the Venus energy very, very powerfully coming through. And actually, I work very closely with Venus. So there we go. We must remember that we can only meet people where they are at in relationships. If they lack self-worth, know that there is nothing that you can do to help them, no matter what they say. Nothing will help them. It's on them. If you cannot trust someone based on their actions, there is absolutely nothing that you can do to fix it. Just ask yourself, why did you stick around? Why stay with somebody who was like that, who let you down, who wasn't consistent, who didn't show up when you need them, who disappeared, who ran away when things got tough? It's on you to sort that out and be brave enough to walk away when it's appropriate. You cannot change anyone, my friends. Are you happy to settle for exactly who that person is? And if the answer is no, ask yourself the question, why am I wasting my time? Why am I wasting their time? Where you desire to fix, know that this is an insecurity in you. Where did you learn that? Where is that coming from? We must surrender everything that is no longer aligned. Drama. And I've realized this weekend how many people love a drama around me. It was eye-opening. Games. We won't tolerate it anymore. It's on us to communicate effectively, recognize where we are oversharing, for this is a trauma response, authentically share, authentically listen. And if you can resolve and both take ownership, go for it. Go for it. Now, we're just finishing up the relationship month in the Self Love Club program. And honestly, that program has saved so many marriages. It is eye-opening. I don't know how, but it's certainly not designed to do that. However, it has saved so many marriages, made so many families come closer together. I truly believe when two people can take full ownership for where they are at and what they have done and how they show up, anything can be resolved. Anything can be resolved. I'm not sure about cheating. I don't think I could do that, but that's on me. Um, I guess you've got your standards, you've got your boundaries, you know what are willing to accept and what you're not. I actually really struggle with people that are verbally abusive as well. That's something on me. When people get very personal and when they start saying mean things, that's kind of where I have a line drawn. There's I could give you a great example, but I'm not going to. So yeah, you have to set the standards for you and your relationships. Just make sure that you know them and make sure that you are willing to stand to them. And if not, what are the consequences of that action? At some point there has to be a consequence. If somebody keeps punching you in the face, there has to be a consequence. You have to take ownership of that. Balance, balance, balance. May is going to be about balance, my friends. Thank the Lord, I think. Peaceful connections are required right now. That is what we need. If you're not receiving it, recognize that you are misaligned. It's like if one person likes a quiet life and the other person loves chaos, this is no longer going to work. This opposite attract thing, that isn't going to work anymore. We're choosing alignment. We're choosing peace. We're choosing harmony. We're choosing connection. So I did a one-to-one with somebody yesterday, and this next item definitely showed up for them. There is going to be a lot of releasing. There's going to be a lot of letting go. There's going to be a lot of emotional releasing, crying, almost like temper tantrums, to really get to the root cause of who you are. raw, real. The misalignment, the inauthenticity, the masks have to be burnt now. They have to go. We cannot any longer live like we have been. I don't know what it is around health in this energy, but I just kept being told boost your immune, boost your immune, boost your immune. I asked the question if it was for me or for the collective. They said the collective. So just be careful. I know here in the UK, they have decided they're going to start spraying. Not that they haven't been doing that for many, many years, by the way, but they are going to start spraying to take the shine off of the sun. So maybe it's something to do with that, but I keep being told to boost your immune system. I actually take an amazing supplement. The link is in the description field for this video if you would like that. I haven't had a cold. I haven't had antibiotics since 2015. So 10 years, it'll be 10 years in September. So yeah, if you need that to boost your immune, then please do. And maybe I'll do another video on how you can boost your immune sometime super soon. Heart upgrades. There is going to be massive heart upgrades. We've got new light hitting the planet. We've got new light codes coming in, and we have these beautiful heart upgrades that are taking place, which are creating deeper connections to ourselves, but also our friends. I actually had one of my best friends turn up on my door yesterday. I wasn't expecting her. And then she turned up and it was the most beautiful thing. And it was like I had this massive heart shift because of that. Now we already had a really powerful, beautiful connection, like most people would be jealous of having. However, it felt like it went even more so. So do be aware that friendships, relationships are going to go to a whole new level if you are willing to invest in them and for them to be reciprocal at this time. There is going to be a massive release around long held limitations. It's almost like we're going to be going through a grieving process as we do this. Now, for those of you that don't know, I actually postponed the soul school that was supposed to be yesterday on the 27th of April on New Moon because of what had happened to my friend, out of respect. And also, more importantly, my energy wasn't there to be holding space for 100 people. So I've actually shifted it to the 13th of May. Very, very powerful day. 13 is the number of the divine feminine. It's very close to full moon. And also, some of you may or may not know, I've always been told that my daughter was called Maya, or is going to be called Maya. And May is basically Maya. So it's the divine feminine and Maya energy that will be coming through for that. So it is going to be massive. It is going to be life-changing, and it is very much going to be helping us grieve and release these limitations that we've been having. There is a big activation of power. Things that have been holding you back your whole life are going to be removed. So this is the limitation section of it. Okay. You can really start to embody your power without the fear of success, or without the fear of being seen, or without the fear of being judged that has previously stopped you. We need to recognize what is building within you. What release does it require? Are you getting angry? Are you getting hurt? Are you getting upset? Are you bottling up? I've realized that actually I've had to learn to stop and think before I speak, which is actually a really good thing. But I've realized that this is something that I've had to recognize. I basically used to bottle everything up as a child, hence tonsillitis, laryngitis, bronchitis, chest infections, and all those things. Then I just went into a bleh, verbal diarrheaing everywhere. And now I'm kind of like picking and choosing where I am very quick to respond, or where I just sit back and actually process, and then I go back when I'm a little bit more composed. So it's really, really powerful, this stuff. Self-responsibility is vital for May. We are going to be challenged to look at who we are, what we are. Accountability is going to be massive in that area. You need to be accountable for yourself. You going and hiding and vaping, it's on you. You going and hiding and eating the biscuits behind the cupboard, it's on you. You are the person that you are fooling. Stop it. Stop blagging yourself. Stop pretending. I've heard some absolutely horrific things yesterday. I spoke to one of my best friends in Australia yesterday, and she told me some horrific things about vaping. And she's very health conscious, and she just said to me, Lucy, this is very, very dangerous, what is taking place around this subject. Recognize that everything is happening for a reason, recognizing everything's happening for our greatest good. People are being removed for our greatest good. They are being introduced for our greatest good. When we love ourselves enough to make the right choices and do better for ourselves, we are going to be rewarded. We will be happy. We will feel much more authentic. Okay. Very important. May is going to be massive, my friends. Massive. So, when someone starts mishandling your worth, do not hand them more time hoping they will figure it out. Reflect, respect, and go forwards with you, my friends. May is all about me. And I'm talking about all of us, by the way. It's not just about Lucy, it's about me as in self. May, my. Please remember that as we go through this month. Turn the camera on yourself always. Look at yourself always. What did I do to create this? What's my part that I played in this? Ladies and gents, if you can really, really, really invest in this energy, the rest of the year is going to be much more of a breeze than it has been so far. I'm not going to say it's going to be a breeze. I am going to say, though, that there is an opportunity for us to step forward in a way that we haven't been able to do for quite some time. So, ladies and gents, I am going to love you and leave you. I'm going to go and get out in the sunshine and have the most incredible day. I hope you do the same. Thank you so much for watching Lucy Davis live at 5. Remember, if this video resonates, hit the thumb up button, go check out the bell, subscribe to my channel, and also please, please, please do go and check out the description field where you can find out all about me, all about what I do, all about the things that I recommend, and you can get signed up for my weekly newsletter, which comes out on a Tuesday. Guys, I love you to the moon and stars. I will catch you super soon. Ciao, ciao for now.